There's one. There's one. There we go. And that's why I do it. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Bass Union. We're on beautiful Lake Oroville today. Got a few hours in between fulfilling orders. It's the middle of the week. Got a few hours of sunlight left. See if we can catch a few fish. I'm seeing a lot of these fish pretty darn deep. The bait's deep, fish are deep. So I got on a 3/4 ounce Bass Union finesse football jig, and I'm putting it right where the fish are at. Dropping it right on them. I'm working this bait directly below the boat, and I'm just gonna drag it. One of my favorite things to do with a jig is just drag it out there, whether you're casting it below the boat, working fish that you see on the sonar. Just a lot of fun, very versatile bait. You can work this thing all year round. I don't care what season it is. As long as your lake's not frozen over, you'll catch fish with a jig. And all I'm doing, let it sink straight down, and I'm just trying to maintain bottom contact and feel the bottom, feel if there's any rock, gravel, you know, just the type of bottom composition it is, and just drag it over that. When you get the bite, I mean, you feel it. Usually they hammer it, or there'll be just a little tick and your line will go slack. And anytime I feel, you know, that was a bite, I go for it. I set the hook. There's one. Little guy, little spot. Look at that. Ate that 3/4 ounce Bass Union finesse football jig. He's not big, but you just never know. So that fish, that was a pressure bite. Really didn't even feel him tap it. But, you know, I really know what that jig feels like down there. And when it felt a little different, it felt a little mushy. Like it had to be a fish because it was coming with me. So not bad, I'll take it. So let's talk a little bit about this jig. So again, 3/4 ounce. We got our signature logo on the front with a really skinny finesse weed guard. So it makes those hookups really easy compared to a little thicker weed guard. We got a 3/0 Gamakatsu on there, one of the best jig hooks on the market. Got it paired with a Gary Yamamoto double tail grub. This color right now, it's called, I think it's dark pumpkin. Really good color, matches up well with the matte brown that we tie up. And we're gonna ruin this bait now. But I wanna show you this keeper system that we have built into every single one of our Bass Union jigs. We have a 4-barb keeper. So it really locks that bait into place. Your tails are going to get ripped off before your bait falls off. We also have the weight stamp on the bottom of every single head. These things just work so well day in, day out. And the gear I'm using today, reverted back to my old classic staple Confidence jig rod. We got this Dobbins Champion 733 XP. We got that paired up with 15-pound fluorocarbon right now and a Lew's 7.5 to 1 reel. I really like that straight fluorocarbon just because I feel like your bait is just on those long casts, in really deep water. It's maintaining bottom a little bit easier than if you were to have braid and like a top shot. It's kind of crazy how all these videos started, because I was always fishing a jig. To this day, it's still one of my absolute favorite techniques. So you can get big fish, you can get numbers, and especially when it comes to tournaments, you can usually get a little better average size fish, and really got a lot of confidence in this technique. So when I'm out working this bait, I'm literally trying to feel every single thing down there. Almost trying to get it hung up half the time. I'm down there bouncing, you know, just kind of going through the rocks, feeling everything out. That's when you're gonna get the bites. And 90% of the time, I'm just doing a slow drag. Every once in a while, impart some little bit of shaking movement and some pops, you know, hop it off the bottom. But 90% of the time, I'm just doing slow drags, letting that living rubber do all the work for me down there. Even when it's sitting still, that rubber floats and it's moving. Even if there's a little bit of current down there, it's just going back and forth. And if I get a fish to look at it, once I start dragging it again, bam, or you do that pop or, you know, that shake, that's when they're gonna eat it. I'm just pulling up in the area and fan casting around, trying different types of contours down the bank and just seeing where the majority of these fish are at. Right there. Felt that fish. Slurped it. A little chunky spotted bass. This one's not big, but it is fun. Come on, little guy. The big ones are usually just one tap. Sometimes it'll go slack. But that guy, it was kind of like a dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's probably a little one. This is what I'm talking about. Those keepers are holding that bait on, locked in place. Even though it's ripping up, I'm gonna keep fishing like this. Why not? Feels so good to be back out on the water. You know, we were at Lake Shasta for the Wild West, and I was out there for 5 days in a row, and man, had a lot of fun up there, but got my tail kicked. The first day we were in a really good position. We had 921, which I think we were in like 20th place, last check range. And the next day, man, we blew it. We had, I think 780 or something like that. So we fell way back. I think we ended up in like 30th something. So just out of check range. Had a great time, but for the team that was a team tournament TOC. You know, it was a lot of fun, seen a lot of good buddies, and it was pretty cool. But you know, we're gonna be right back up there here pretty soon for the Wild West Pro-Am TOC, and that's the one. We got big money on the line, gonna be fishing for a brand new Bass Cat, big old boat, fully rigged. So I'm looking forward to that one. Spotted bass, that's kind of my thing. And you know, we're gonna go up and try to get some redemption. You know, it's nice getting a little break. You know, we got caught up for a little earlier than I anticipated today, so I wanted to get out and just do some fishing for a few hours. But we caught some fish on the jig, which is awesome. I love fishing the jig. If you guys are new to the channel, that's kind of our bread and butter. That's been the thing that's been pushing us forward is our jigs and tackle and apparel. So it's been pretty cool. You know, I switched up. I had that dark pumpkin colored double tail, finally got all ripped up, put a little green pumpkin, and see if this thing works, if we can catch any more fish on it. And again, it's a 3/4 ounce Bass Union finesse football. This thing works, get out deeper, and we go all the way up to a 1 ounce. So if you guys really want to maintain that bottom, get that 1 ounce, 1 ton. So let's get back to fishing. I never met a bass didn't like a crawdad. There we go. A little better. Double tap. Spotted bass are notorious for hitting it once, you pull it away from them, they come back for it. Usually just trying to kill it, then they'll slurp it down the next time they hit it. This bait is tore up. I'm gonna flip it around, see if it still holds on. She's still good. All right, that's 3 jig fish so far. Off to a decent start. Nothing big yet, but we're on the right track. Kind of working all the different depths, So far we got bit a little deeper, like 35, 40 plus. The last few bites have been like 15, 20. We're just getting over a full moon, so it's changing things up. Like a week or two into October, this fish are starting to go into a transition, and you know, things are about to be happening. So if you guys want to book a trip, come out to Lake Oroville and fish with me, check out bassviewandfishing.com, and I'll be more than happy to take you guys out. There's one. A little bit better. Freaking thumped it. Oh yeah. This is why we throw the jig. Come tournament day, you want 5 of these little fat suckers. That 3/4 ounce Bass Union Finesse football jig. That's what I'm talking about. All right, not bad. Well, she's pretty much done. Actually, let's see if we could pinch off a piece, make it work. Oh yeah, we're in business. See a few fish right under the boat. So we're gonna do a little dragging and bagging. There's one, right under the boat. This one feels a little better too. A little better. Ooh, freaking thumped it. Oh, had him on the side. What do you know about that? That never happens. Ah, jeez. Got him right on the side. Let that one go. Fish is spoiled over here. That was crazy. The fish must have hit my line or something. I set right into him. See if I can get one more for you guys, because this sun is going down fast. There we go. That was a solid thump. This might be a little better. Oh, a little bit. A little better. We'll take it. Can't beat that jig bite. So much fun. When they hit it the right way and it's just crisp, donk. That's what I love right there. Feeling everything and deciphering if it's a fish or a rock or whatever it is. You're feeling it all out and you're instantly getting a response. If it's a fish, you find out fast. All right, give me the last cast right here. See if I can stick one more. There we go. You even feel that one peck it. It's just pressure. Ooh. Right, little guy. Oh, you ain't that little. Actually, a decent one. Come on. God, I love a jig bite. Come on. Little fatty. And that's why I do it. Put that jig in your hand and catch some fish. Choke that thing. Like I said, that was just a pressure bite. Didn't even feel him peck it. Just dragging it, dragging it, dragging it, and just felt a little off. And I just went for it. That's how you want them to eat it. But that's how we do it, baby. Getting jiggy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun. 2-3 hours of fishing, and we caught maybe 10 to 12 jig fish. Not all of them made the camera, but we got a decent amount of them. And I tell you what, and it never gets old. It's like riding a bicycle. It's just put that jig in my hands and I go to catching. Hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys would like to support the channel, you can pick up some Bass Union jigs at some of our local dealers, tackle warehouse, and also a website, bassunionfishing.com. With every purchase, it really goes to support this channel. I really appreciate you guys. Till next time, my name's Joseph Orozco. Subscribe, like the video, share with a friend, and go catch some fish.